we interrupt this transmission to bring you an important announcement. After 6 months of making videos, Childish finally figured out how to reduce the sound on the intros and outros. Get excited. It's about to go down. Yeah, buddy. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish, back at it again, making the next Critical Thinking series, Runes for Progression, Part 5. I know, we're still going at it with the runes, but unfortunately, we still got people that have issues we need to address, but I think this will be a little bit more fun. So, which runes to purchase in the magic shop? Which runes to purchase in the magic shop? So of course it's going to depend on your, where you're at in the current game, what you should be focusing on. But if you're, in the early stages, in the, that's has the opportunity to gain 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star runes. In the regular zones that you use, maybe the majority of your units have anywhere from 2-star to 4-star runes. Then depending on what you can clear, I would only focus on 3-star runes that have a percentage based stat. On the 2 and the 4 and the 6, the other runes you can, in the 1, the 3, or the 5 slot, you can get yourself relatively easy from just clearing scenario zones over and over again. But right, and for those that don't know, each level you got here, depending on where it's normal, hard, or hell, is going to allow you to get a certain amount. So normal, you're going to mostly get 1 to 2-star runes. Hard, you're mostly going to get 2 to 3-star runes, with the possibility of a 4-star rune. And then on the boss level, and then the hell rune, you're generally going to get 3 to 4-star runes with a possibility of a 5-star rune on the boss level. So depending upon what rune and slot you're looking for, you could farm 99% of those from there. But generally speaking, at the beginning stages of the game, you're not going to be buying too many runes because you just don't have the money early on, and I recommend saving money for other various things that you're going to need in the game, purchasing certain buildings, the defense towers, a lot of things to consider. But when you start moving into the mid to late stages of the game, maybe the general units, your general units have anywhere from 3 to 5-star runes, then I would consider looking at the magic shop to purchase runes. If you need the rune for that slot for the current unit you're working on, that's a primary unit, and that it is a rune with a certain price that is not going to take more than 50% of your current money. So let's say this rune was a hit point percentage rune, and I was looking to find a 4-slot hit point percentage rune. If I needed a hit point percentage rune, then I would pick this up because the amount of money it costs is not over 50% of what I have, right? If this was a despair set, this might be 380,000, mana or whatever like that. And if that took all my money, I would be I wouldn't be too happy because I know that, once I purchase the rune, if I'm looking to purchase a rune that I need right now, I know that I'm going to need a little money to upgrade the rune. I'm going to get it to +9 regardless of how many times it takes it, because I know that +9 is not too hard to get to, right? I'm going to start failing pretty hard, anywhere from 9 to 15. The first half of the rune upgrades is really not too bad. But it can get bad, but it's really not too bad. And so... let's see here. When we talk about other runes, I'll see if we get lucky. So, funny enough, I'm recreating this video. I just made a version of this video, and it had a lot of failures in it. But it took way too long, so I'm trying to condense it for you guys. Let's see here. So, obviously this rune here, if I was in the middle stages of the game, I would consider it because it's a fatal rune, and then of course, when you're talking about fatal, you're trying to increase your attack power. So having the opportunity to gain a rune like this is great. But if I was in the later stages of the game where I was able to farm hell mode zones, then I would, not choose to get it unless it was an automatic upgrade for one of my primary units. Because it's when you start picking up runes for your second tier units and your third tier units, you start throwing away money real quick. And I believe that it's the focusing of your top end units is what's going to help you shine and get you through those giants runs and dragons runs in order to get you better runes, right? You know that it's gonna take money to make money. But if you're trying to sit here and get the best runes for every single unit you have, when chances are some of those units are going to be fodder for your next 5-star, 6-star, you're wasting money early on. So make sure you get that. Now, of course, I'm talking about runes and stuff like that from assuming that you have watched my previous runes for progression videos. So if some of this stuff does not make sense, take a step back, you pause this video, and go back to my Runes for Progressions Part 1 and Part 4. I'm talking about all aspects of runes. I talk about various things, the name, percentages, which ones increase and which ones don't increase, what type of runes to look for, so on and so forth, okay? Last but not least, let's say for example, I'm going to talk about the concept of golden runes. Is what I'm quoted as golden runes. So I have this rule, right, that I'm not going to purchase a rune that I sort of need or whatever if it's not a main upgrade. But let's say I see a fatal 2-slot rune, or let's say it's like this. Let's say this was 6-star rune, attack, right, fatal, and I was looking to purchase. I was looking about purchasing it. Generally, I'd say if it's over 200,000, I wouldn't purchase it. But considering that it's a fatal rune and it's in a 6-slot attack percentage, then I would supersede, right, or kind of overstep my own rules, break my rules or bend my rules, because I consider that a golden rune. And a golden rune is any rune that has a particular primary stat that you're looking for in the appropriate slot for the rune set you're going for. Okay, so what's that going to mean? Golden runes, fatal runes that have the attack percentage stat in the 2, the 4, and the 6 slot are golden runes, right? Because they're universal in such that you can use it for any damage dealing unit. Any damage dealing unit, you're going to be looking to increase its attack by, whether it's through the rune sets or the primary stat. So having the benefit of a 2-star or 6-star attack rune is going to allow you to move it around between unit to unit without too much trouble trying to get a unit taken care of with sets. Okay, energy runes. Golden runes for that would be hit point percentage on 2, 4, 6, right? Because when we're utilizing energy runes, our goal is to increase our hit points. So an energy rune with hit points of 2, 4, 6 would be really, really good for any one of those slots. Okay, rage runes, crit damage. A 4-slot crit damage rune is a golden rune because when you're utilizing a rage set, you are generally trying to increase the primary stat of what you're trying to do. Rage stat increases crit damage, and so if you're trying to increase the crit damage, you're going to need a crit damage rune. So if you can find a rage rune in the 4 slot for a crit damage rune, then you have yourself a golden rune there, a quality rune there. Crowd control units that sleep, that stun, that put hostile effects on. They're going to be focusing on accuracy, and so if you can find yourself a 6-star accuracy rune, then you are you know, you're sitting pretty good. You're sitting pretty good. So I'm trying to think. I know I got a couple of them laid around. Let's see if we can find one here. There you go. 6-star accuracy rune. That's a golden rune. 5-star crit damage rage rune. That's a golden rune. You got yourself hit point percentage energy rune. That's a golden rune because I can utilize this. I can take this off of, Jameer and throw it on Rune or throw it on Fedora and be fine. I think I actually stole it from Fedora. It's funny. Swift rune, speed. Regardless if it's 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, it is a golden rune because, generally speaking, when you're utilizing a Swift set, you're going to be trying to increase the speed as much as possible. So it benefits you to spend money on the Swift speed runes that you find versus a vampire, 6-star speed rune. Because if you're trying to utilize most units are not going to be utilizing a vampire set, right? But if you need the 6-star speed rune, obviously you're going to pick it up. But preferably, if you had the opportunity to pick up a 6-star speed rune that's vampire or a 5-star speed rune that's Swift, I'd say go for the Swift because the difference between 5-star and 6-star max is not too high. But this rune has 20 times more value because any and all Swift or speed-based units, you could switch this off, right? So if I just got myself a Chloe, right, I would definitely consider taking this rune off and putting it on Chloe if I was trying to utilize it, for whatever I'm trying to do, right? If I didn't have any other runes to do. So, what runes to purchase and golden runes? I think you can pretty much wrap it up there, guys. If you could always put examples down below as far as other types of runes, but generally energy hit point runes, fatal attack runes, rage crit damage runes, blade crit rate runes on the 4 slot, the swift speed runes on 2 slot. Those are just some examples, a few of the examples that I'm talking about with regards to golden runes. Guard, defense-based, percentage-based runes on a 2, 4, and a 6, stuff like that. That being said, as I stated in other runes for progression videos, I'll finish off with this, is that don't put too much emphasis on trying to match the rune set with the high-end percentage substat because at the end of the day, it comes down to the highest quality runes that will allow you to progress in the game. So if we take a quick look at some of these units, pretty much all of my top-end units have the main set and then random filler runes. And of course, why do they have them there? Because the strength of these filler runes are so good that it supersedes the value of having a subset bonus. Okay, you know that I'm not going to deny Hua this despair rune when it has 17 speed, and my goal is to get as much speed as possible. Alright, let's cut it off right there because I know that I went probably way too long again, but hopefully you guys got yourself a picture of what runes to buy and what runes not to buy, and what are golden runes, right? Right. Alright. Here we go. It's your boy Childish of ChildishPlays. Checking out. Take care. We'll see you next time. I'm out.